Don't fuck with them hoes.
Hey horror fans, once again it is me, the Horror Miser Money G. It's time to do another horror movie review. We're going to review the horror movie Stay Out of the Effin' Attic. Now, Stay Out of the Attic, or Stay Out of the Effin' Attic, whichever which you would prefer, is a 2020 American horror film. It was directed by Jaron Lauder. It was written by Jaron Lauder, Jason Scott Goldberg, Julie R. Bark, and Jesse Feldman. Now, this movie stars Ryan Francis, Morgan Alexandra, Bryce Fernelius, and Michael Flynn. Now, in this movie, a group of ex-cons turned movers are convinced by their creepy client to pull an all-nighter. Now, as the night progresses, they uncover horrors that exist inside of his old Victorian mansion and must fight to stay alive. Now, as we've seen in most horror movies such as this one, we see people going into a creepy-looking house with a creepy-looking person that can lead into trouble. We're told not to go into the basement, attic, or other locked rooms, but either due to stupidity, curiosity, or simply bad luck, people go into said rooms and disaster happens. Or in other words, shit happens. Such is the case with Jaron Lauder's directorial debut, Stay Out of the Freaking Attic. Now, in this particular horror setting, we have Albert Schillinger. He is the owner of a movie company called Second Chances. Interesting how he named this Second Chances. Now, he, along with Hermione and Carlos, they're all ex-cons trying to do the right thing, hence Second Chances. Now, they've been hired by a guy named Vernon Mueller to move all of his belongings. After telling them they have until dawn to move all of his furniture, Mueller tells them to stay out of the attic and the basement. Simply put, the first and second rooms are free for you to go ahead and move out, stop, but no one goes into the basement and no one goes out of the attic. Now, as the movie progresses, when strange things start to happen and Mueller's true identity is revealed, it's a nightmare for our mover friends to fight for their lives. First off, the setup is simple, and it's something we've seen before in other horror movies. There's nothing new here. So Jaron and his writing team isn't bringing anything new to the horror genre, something that we've seen time and time again in other horror movies. However, the reason why this one works, it works very well, is the camaraderie that we have between Schillinger, Imani, and Carlos. You can tell that they care for each other. They're all ex-cons, with Schillinger trying to give them a second chance. As I stated before, his movie company is called Second Chances. Now, they all trying to redeem themselves for their past mistakes. And then we see some, I think right around the middle or right around the end of the first act, we see some mistake that Carlos has made. We see some mistakes that Schillinger has made. Hermione, we know that she's been in trouble, but she says no one else's business. But it's a nice story, and it allows the audience to care about that. And we hope that they can survive the horror that they find themselves in Mueller's mansion. Now, Ryan Francis, Bryce Fernelius, and especially Morgan Alexandra are good at playing their characters, especially Morgan Alexandra. Yeah, she might play the typical angry black woman, but I like her energy. I like what she brings to the character of Imani. No, they're not going to win any awards, but they do enough to give Schillinger, Carlos, and Imani enough heart where they're not your typical cliche characters that we've seen in other horror movies such as this one. There's no typical bad guy, no weird guy, jock or dumb blonde or anything else. We don't see these characters. These are nice characters that, yeah, we know they're done some bad stuff, but they're trying to do the right thing, and we hope that they can all survive in this outcome that they find themselves in. Now, veteran actor Michael Flynn is good as the secretive Mueller. I thought he did a pretty good job. You can tell him that he doesn't try to overplay the villain type, but you can see in some aspects of his role, he's got the twirly mustache villain going on right there. If it wasn't for him, and he doesn't even do the laugh. Once he appears on screen, though, we know that he is up to something bad, though. I mean, even without the trailers, because it does reveal what he really is, I'm sure everyone will guess that he's a neo-Nazi, and I'm sure not everyone will guess what his true identity is. I'm pretty sure people who've seen the film, I kind of like that aspect in that particular film about who he really is. Now, I love the mansion setting as, while it's big, it's a very big mansion, but it has enough small spaces to create the type of suspense and tension, and Mueller has plenty of surprises waiting for them too. We have the right type of atmosphere for this type of setting, for this type of horror movie. Most people will be happy that Jensen and his team also use practical effects, and we have some decent gore as well. Yes, there are some flaws in the film because the pacing is kind of on and off at times. There are some times when the pacing slows down a bit and then it picks back up and then kind of slows down a bit. And like I said before, that's one of the problems that I had about the film because the pacing is kind of off even, kind of makes the film drag. But overall, thanks to some good acting from our leads, a good menacing building, and some good blood, gore, and practical effects, we have a decent horror movie here. So, I'm going to get Stay the F out of the attic. 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Yeah, it's going to give it 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. And I did enjoy this movie. Like I said, it's not going to change anything. It's not creating anything new. It's a basic story with some decent characters, with Schillinger, Carlos, and Imani, a nice villain, and some good practical effects and blood and gore. I think you like this one. Now, I believe Stay the F Out of the Attic is playing on Shudder right now, so if you have seen it, let me know in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about Stay the F Out of the Attic. Now, of course, if you did like this video, please like and share because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put new videos such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember that horror rules. And I'll see you in my next video. I'm out.